Hi, I am an anime girl, and welcome to PokéNews. This is what I was talking about when I said I was going to make a 6 setup. Now, this anime girl is only temporary until I either get a green screen or, like, make a way to make my own character here. But she's really cute, so I don't even know where she's from or anything, but I'm gonna just go ahead and use her right here. Welcome to PokéNews. This is the new PokéNews setup that I have been wanting to do for a really long time. I actually set this all up a really long time ago, and then, you know, obviously I stopped doing YouTube for a little while. But now we're gonna do PokéNews again, so I am back to do that. And that's just it. I got news for you guys, so I hope you're excited. We actually have a good bit of news for this week. And starting with, my good friend Deoxys is gonna be in raid battles. Now this is really exciting, okay? So Niantic said on, like, I don't know, last week sometime, I think, that they are going to put Deoxys into raid battles. Right now, it appears to just be neutral form, but I'm very excited. I did two raids yesterday that were in EX raid gyms, and by the way, in Pokemon Go, it now tells you if it's an EX raid gym. It'll say in the upper right hand corner of the gym when you're looking at it. So that's pretty cool. I'm really excited. So the normal form, you know, is going to be available. I assume they're maybe going to be switching through them. Deoxys is one of my favorite Pokemon, so you got to understand that this is one of my all-time, like, most exciting moments. I did two gyms yesterday. I did three raids yesterday. One was a Lickitung I did in the beginning of Community Day because I was just, you know, it was just there where I was at the time. The second was at an EX raid gym and it was a Mewtwo, and the third was also at another EX raid gym that was also a Mewtwo. Oh, and then I also did a Golem that was also at an EX raid gym. I'm trying really hard to get this Deoxys, guys. So basically, that's what we got here. Deoxys is going to come to raid battles. I don't think they said exactly when. Right now, Mewtwo is in the raids, so that's pretty exciting. I missed Regirock, and I'm kind of upset about that because he's also one of my favorites, but I'm really excited for Deoxys because I love Deoxys. This should be one of the more exciting raid type things going on, especially because I'm also, obviously, it's pretty certain that Jirachi is going to be coming to research things, and I'm going to be, obviously, all over that. That is so exciting. So yeah, Deoxys is coming to EX raids. EX raids. Did I say just raids? Because I meant EX raid battles. Obviously, for EX raid battles, you need a pass. And, to get a pass, you need to have battled or done a raid in an EX raid gym. So, you know. And now they also added where you can actually give a pass to a friend if they don't have a pass for that EX raid. So you can bring a friend to an EX raid, which is pretty awesome. That's awesome. That's so exciting. So there should be a lot more people at EX raids, and hopefully it'll be a lot easier to break up into groups and stuff. Because the one I went to that was Mewtwo is everyone, like, kind of broke up into, like, what their team was, obviously, so you have as many chances as possible. So yeah, they can only be sent to Ultra or Best Friends, but you know, I've been trading a lot of gifts with people, so hopefully I'll have an Ultra or Best Friend to give EX raid pass to if there's anyone local. I have a few local Pokemon Go friends, so local-ish. Anyway, so we actually have something else, another bit of news here to talk about, and this one is actually pretty exciting. There was a new Let's Go trailer, and it actually brought to light a few cool things. Now, one, we saw the battling of legendaries, which is pretty cool. Two, we saw this, which is visiting Go Parks, which means you connect with Pokemon Go, which is the way to transfer, which is something we've known about for some time. But it's just really cool to see everything in this style. Alolan forms are there. Everything else is, like, you know, obviously all Gen 1 plus Alolan forms are there. And then I assume this is also how we're going to get Nutman, which I will talk about in a second. That was like some mini-game where you collect a ton of Pikachus. I don't know what's up with that. Obviously, leveling up is in the game. There is battling. They brought candies over from Pokemon Go in a way that is a little bit different than Pokemon Go, because it's not independent candies, but they're more like EV candies. You can transfer also, which I think encourages catching Pokemon. Because, you know, you can catch a ton and then just transfer a ton. You get candies for it. So they show the legendary battles, which, just like raid battles, you actually battle the Pokemon first before catching it. Unlike the wild catches where you literally have to, like, you know, just catch them. But then you get to catch them afterwards, and that was a terrible throw, my guy. I don't know what you're doing. You get a Mew from this $50 DLC, basically, that gives you a Pokeball. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't even know if I'm gonna buy that, but yes, Mew can learn any move. This is something we know already. But anyway, yeah. So there was this new trailer, and that was kind of exciting. That's pretty much all this had, and I'm not gonna go too in depth with it because you know, this is it's just a trailer. I'm just covering the news. Everything that I talk about will be down in the description in links to all of the sources for these news, so you can go ahead and check all of those out. But you can check out this video for yourself and let me know what you think. You know, just talk on me a little bit here. So yeah, I think what was pretty cool was actually the ability to transfer just like in Pokemon Go, and you get more Eevee candies, which I think you could just transfer a ton and then get a ton of candies. It's kind of cool. I don't know how exactly you'll be rewarded with the candies, but if we cross compare these candies with what he transferred, I don't know. You know how Pokemon, when you battle them, give you EVs. So maybe those EVs that you would normally get from battling them would be translated into candies when you transfer them. I don't really know, but that's just my thinking on that. So you know, let me know what you thought about that trailer. I think that's pretty cool. I know a lot of people are not excited for Let's Go, and I've already kind of covered this, but I am excited for Let's Go. So I don't know. I think it's pretty exciting. I have a little bit more to talk about Let's Go in a second, but for now we're going to talk about the new TCG set. Yes, that is right. And guess who is coming? It's Zoraro. It's Zorara. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. So basically, Zorara is coming to Pokemon Sun and Moon Lost Thunder TCG set. This is pretty exciting. You know, I've done TCG on the channel before, and I've wanted to keep doing it, but it's a really expensive hobby. It really is. Any time I've done it was just when I've had like a little extra money. So I would love to do like even like a single pack. It's not even really worth doing a video on a single pack, is it? But anyway, yeah. So this is coming. They got some other stuff. Blacephalon GX, Lugia GX, Tyranitar GX, and Zorara GX. Why are they making these names so hard to pronounce? Blacephalon. Am I pronouncing that right? Anyway, also, I can turn the music back on. We just turned it off for the trailer. Anyway, Blacephalon, Zorara, Lugia Tyranitar, and that's it. All of those GX. We're getting Prism Star variants of Celebi and Ditto. Over 210 cards will feature in this set. 7 total Prism cards, 13 total GX cards, 4 Ultra Beasts, and more than 20 Trainer cards, which I guess is something to brag about. Also, Zorara will also be available for owners of Pokemon Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, sorry. Obviously not Sun and Moon, he doesn't exist in that game. By visiting a participating retailer between October 1st and the 15th of November. He is level 50, will have Plasma Fist, Thunder Punch, Close Combat, and Thunder. His ability is Volt Absorb, and he will be holding an air balloon, because, you know, he just came from a party, so he's got a balloon in his hand. There was some art that had Entei and Raikou on it as well, so we'll probably be getting those in GXs, I would think. I don't know. I'm pretty excited for TCG. I'm not a huge competitor or anything, but I really love collecting the cards, so something to think about there. In other news, Nutman, he has appeared in the wild. This photo is actually a photo that I captured after Community Day yesterday, and I talked more about this in my video yesterday, so you can check that out. But that was before I did Community Day, which is before I've encountered him, so I can shed a little more light on what I think about this fellow. Now, he has a electrical wire tail and a nut for a head. His body appears to be solid-ish, not like a Ditto. A lot of people compare him to Ditto, and honestly, I understand that he has the same basic form, kind of, but it's definitely not. I don't think it's related to Ditto. Now, the fact that he turns into Ditto, I think, was simply just a little bit of a tease to be like, hey, Ditto saw this new Gen 8 Pokemon, and now he's teasing us. So, I think that was the idea, was that like Ditto somehow saw this Pokemon before we did, and he essentially leaked this Pokemon. Now, it appeared after every community day for exactly 30 minutes. It was everywhere, and it turned into a ton of Dittos, and it was actually really great for farming Dittos, because I have a few amazing Dittos, especially a max HP Ditto, which is like the best you could probably get, like ideally. So, yeah, that was actually great. And Community Day for me yesterday was great. I'll link to my, I made like a tweet thread of all the stuff that I got yesterday in Community Day, including like a Kangaskhan from an Alolan egg. I got a really good Alolan Doug Trio. I got, you know, obviously a shiny Meganium, a really good shiny Meganium, a really good normal, well, he was decent, but I got 2 good normal Meganiums, all with Frenzy Plant. Community Day is great. Community Day is really fantastic, in my opinion. So, yeah, I got a ton of good stuff, and I'm pretty excited about that. So that's pretty much so anyway, let's go back to the Nutman at the topic, right? So this Nutman, right? He first appeared in the game files, and everyone was like, could this be a Gen 8 Pokemon? Is he just a placeholder? We don't really know. So he later on actually started, like, I don't know, like weird stuff started happening. Someone actually hacked it into the game, which I covered in my video yesterday. He has all his animations and stuff, obviously, because then he started appearing after Community Day. Now, this man would turn into Dittos. Sometimes in Japan, I think he was turning into Chikoritas, but it was only if you encountered a Chikorita and then ran from it earlier and then came back and saw that he was a Nutman. Kind of complicated. So we don't really know a whole lot about this man. But it spawned in massive numbers after every Community Day. The head of marketing for Pokemon Go in Japan, Kento Suga, had tweeted that this is a tease and not a mistake. He was not mistakenly put out there. He is teased. So we don't know his name. It came up as just question marks in the game. We don't know his CP. It came up as just question marks. We don't really know anything else about him. He was placed over Kecleon in the game files, and now I believe in Japan, but I don't know if this happened anywhere else because I didn't get a Kecleon. Apparently he was turning into Kecleons. So we don't know. People are saying, oh, he's related to Kecleon. Oh, he's related to Ditto. I really don't think so. Okay, this is my breakdown here. His body appears to be some kind of malleable metal. He can move around, but it's not as much as Ditto. It's not like a weird Ditto sauce. So yeah, his body definitely appears to be some kind of weird metal substance. I would say also that his head being a nut, and he has an electrical wire as a tail. I believe he's going to be like some kind of electric steel type, and I think he's going to evolve into some super badass huge mecha monster. Like legitimately like some kind of badass thing. Or have a form like a Zygarde type thing. I don't know. I don't think he is the I don't think he's going to be a mythical or even a legendary, really, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'll link in the description, and maybe over this, and you can click on it in the video if I, you know, remember or think about how to do that. I don't know if YouTube still lets you do that, but I'll link a video to my video yesterday where I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but then you can go ahead and come back to this because I talk about it a little bit more here, but now I'm already done talking about it. So anyway, we're just going to move on to the next part. So, one of my favorite parts of PokéNews, the merchandise news. Yeah, that's right. This merchandise actually wasn't announced in the past week. It's kind of older than that, but I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it a little bit because this is so funny looking. Look at this Snorlax thing. So, I actually do have a little information on this guy. Now, this is a Banpresto production image, releasing from September 5th until the 26th. Which, you know, it's obviously September 23rd, so I'm a little late on this, but obviously this is our first PokéNews back, besides the other one, which wasn't even really a PokéNews. So anyway, he was in Japanese, or is, until a few days, going to be in Japanese prize machines. There's a few others. There's a Snorlax plush, there's Dragonite, Pidgey, Munchlax, Cleffa, and some others. Just Banpresto plushes in general. The only really thing that I thought was funny about this was the Snorlax bag, which I would have loved to have, really. We have this absolute unit. So, Takara Tomy plush was shown. There was a few other things. There's like Snorlax and an Eevee, but I think there's, you know, the Alolan starters, smaller Eevee plush. This is the best thing, though. I think this is the best thing. I think this is the best thing. I don't know if this is Takara Tommy or if this is Moki Moki. I think it might be Moki Moki. It says Moki Moki right on its tag right there. So it's probably Moki Moki. But anyway, there was a bunch of plushes announced, and this was probably my favorite. It's the Moki Moki Pikachu plush, and it just looks awesome. This is amazing. This is like the best thing I have ever seen in my whole life. So I hope you enjoy that. That's something that I look forward to in life all the time, really. We also got, you know, some really, really gorgeous looking Eevee things to talk about. Now, I think the rest of these have already been announced, and there's some more that are going to be announced in the future, I guess, but right now, this is just, you know, these Eevee necklaces, and they're actually kind of expensive. You can get Platinum for 65,000 yen. Now, I don't know the exact conversion on that, but if I were to say that, like, I don't know, I really don't know the exact conversion on that. I don't think it's too crazy expensive, but I think it is up there. The Vaporeon one was the one that was announced in this that was like the new and cool thing. So you know, there's also other ones, yellow, pink, or white gold you can get for 55,000 yen, and silver is only 12,000 yen. So that's something to think about, I guess. I don't know. And then this thing is just really freaking funny looking. Like, what? It looks like an Animal Crossing villager, right? Okay, I'm gonna, like, try to fit this on the screen better. You ready? Okay. It looks like an Animal Crossing villager. I love him. He is my son. Yes, he is my son. And I think it's adorable. I'm not gonna buy it because I don't think it's really worth that, but... Another plush news, I don't have a picture of it, but there was a Jirachi plush that was announced that was like life-sized, even though he's only like a foot tall. But I didn't actually end up getting it yet, but I will get it. I swear I'm gonna get it. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna buy that. That's pretty much all the merchandise news I have, and that's also pretty much all the news we have for this bit. Wow, that was something. Anyway. So yeah, that's it. That's wrapping up our first actually real cool PokéNews Sunday. Now, again, in the future, I'm not just going to be a cute anime girl, hopefully. I mean, I might, if I don't get everything sorted out in time, but I would like to turn this either into a Jirachi or a Jirachi girl. I don't know, something like that. And then when I get a green screen, I can actually put myself here. I want the really cool Elgato green screen, but it's like $200, so I don't think that's going to happen. But you never know, you never know. So anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this PokéNews. I enjoyed broadcasting to you from here. And yeah, I think this was a pretty successful thing. Let me know what you thought of this new PokéNews setup. I think it's pretty cool. I think putting little stuff in this, I can't point because I don't have hand tracking, but I can point with my head. Putting stuff in this little box next to me is actually really clever, if I do say so myself. I think this whole thing was clever. And I think this is going to be a really cool new way to have PokéNews, so I'm going to try to cover that every Sunday. So thank you for watching again. Let me know if you have any ideas for like improvements or anything with PokéNews. I will take them in the comment section below, or tell me on Twitter, or tell me anywhere. Really, tell me in my Discord. Whatever you want. And I will try my best to continue to cover PokéNews in the future. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a fantastic Sunday as well as a fantastic week. I love you, and goodbye.